Welcome to the first installment in the physical TBR Read or Unhaul series. In this series, I started with 23 books, but I got a bi-monthly subscription box. So I got 4 more books in that, which I added directly to it. So we start this series with actually 27 books on the stack, and I will show you the stack later on. But how this works is I have those 27 books and I have a number generator app. So I put in the number 27 and it will give me a random number, and then that will decide which book I read, and then I will let you know what the book is, and then I'll let you know how I get on with the book, probably about 50% in, and then when I finish, and then I'll move on to the next one and we'll see where it goes. So this is my starting physical TBR. Now I don't know if you can see that one there. So that's my starting TBR. And the first number rolled or chosen in the random number generator was 8. So that's going to choose our book. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the book, and I'll let you know what it's about and how I get on. So this was the book chosen. It's called The Fear by Natasha Preston, and it is about, I'll read the blurb. It says, "Don't be afraid, be terrified. It's just a stupid meme that's going around their small fishing town in the dead of winter, people reposting and sharing their biggest fear. But when her classmates start turning up dead, dying in the way that they said scared them the most, Izzy knows it's no joke. With each death hitting closer to home, Izzy sets out to stop the killer. Could her older sister's friend Tristan be involved somehow? He has given her some strange vibes. Or what about his brooding cousin Axel? But he's in her classes at school. He's not a murderer, is he? Izzy is soon on a path that will lead her right to the killer and her own worst nightmare." Now, that sounds really good. I have to be in the right mood to read a thriller, but it does sound pretty good. So I I have chosen to do the physical TBR today because I've been very well. So I thought I'll curl up with a good book in a blanket with a cup of tea. Okay, so I have finished The Fear by Natasha Preston, and I loved it. It was amazing. Um, so on the surface, it's set on a high school in a small town, and basically the killer puts out a meme that people are to repost the meme with their worst fear of dying, like the way they most fear dying. And then people start showing up dead, killed in the way that they reposted on this meme. And I also love that you get um, chapters from the killer's point of view. The killer's called Fear. In this, it's referred to as Fear, which is why the book is called The Fear. And it's all about fears. And let me just say, the ending, like, oh my gosh. Usually I can guess the killer, but I did not this time. I did not guess the killer. And the final sentence was, oh, I like made me scream out loud. And honestly, like, it was, I was like, it can't stop there. I need to know what happens after this line. and I just did not see it coming. I was in absolute shock. And now I finished this book 2 days ago, and it is still running rent free in my head. I still have not recovered from the ending. And like, it's not a scary thriller um at all. Really. It's tense. And there are moments that, are more tense than others. I wouldn't say it's scary. But if you want a book that leaves you guessing until the very end, this is a book for you. And it's just, yeah, I cannot explain enough how much I love the ending. Now, the first 100 pages, it gripped me straight away. The second half of it, though, I could not put it down. Like, recently, I have been making a list of all the books, rolling a dice that decides what I read. I was on sprints when I did this. When I got to the point where I rolled this, read for a sprint, I was like, I'm throwing out the dice for this sprint. I am not ending these sprints until I finish this book. And it was so worth it. It was so worth it. I think I read so it's 339 pages, and I read about 170 pages so quickly in this. I could not put it down. And yeah, I love the characters, I love the plot, I love the writing. It just flows so easily. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. It rolled a nat 20 for me. Okay, so I just tried to see if I can clip my reaction, as it was called, live on Sprint, but I couldn't work out how to do it. But yeah, it was a massive reaction for me. It lasted nearly 2 minutes. The reaction, for me, I was just in shock. Um, so yeah, so I have read this. It was a successful read. I will not be unhauling, even though I rarely reread books. I will be rereading this one. Now I know who the killer is. I'm going to go back and look for all the clues that I obviously missed last time, and I'm sure they will be very obvious going back in it. Although if they were so obvious, why did I not pick them up in the first time? But yeah, I I also loved the responses to the kins as well. It kind of like um it was like a small town, and you kind of got to see the reactions from the whole town to these murders and the searches and everything that's going off, and then seeing the that you kind of it got to the point where you kind of almost could sympathize with the killer and experiences and why they were doing it. It didn't justify why they were doing it, and I didn't like the killer, but you got like the backstory of the killer, the motives, why they were doing that in depth, why they did what they did. You got that. Yeah, but I did not like the killer um one bit in this, but it was so interesting to see like the mental state and why they're doing it, and you got the full story of why they were doing it, and you got all the background to like characters and all of that. So really recommend it. 5 stars for me. I think it was 5 stars I gave it. It might have been 4.75. It was definitely over 4 stars for me, this book. Reviewed it 2 days ago. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, really recommend it, and I am looking forward to choose my next physical TBR read or unhaul.